Hello everybody, it's 11 o'clock here on this Thursday. Wishing you a good day wherever you may find yourself. Filling in for Charlie here today as it's taking a day off. I'll be with you as well as at noon, 1, 2, and then again at 3 o'clock we'll be on our ENC 3 program as well. So we're wishing you a good day out there. It's wet, it's gloomy, it's damp. Not the greatest day to be outside obviously, but keep the rain gear on standby. We'll get to your forecast in just a little bit, but I do want to talk about a recently new, not recently new, but it's a park that's been here, but they reopened here in Greenville. And again, we've got some of that video footage. We're going to play that for you right now as we are doing so. But basically, it's a reopening of the park here in Pitt County in Greenville. I'm getting my lower third off of there so you can actually see the rest of that in the video. But it's the Greenville's Greenfield Terrace Park. It reopened with at least $1.22 million dollars in upgrades. Again, officially reopened yesterday with the improvements. Of course, last June the park was approved by the Greenville City Council to receive the upgrade. Now the park is set to officially reopen. When they had a ribbon cutting ceremony yesterday, of course, the weather was very behaved for that as well. Obviously, the renovations mainly focus on the park's Barnes Eburn Taft Community Building, which includes a nearly 1,000 square foot addition, floor and ceiling and replacements, and acoustics wall treatments. Greenville Project and Development Manager Mark Nottingham says that the city has started accepting rental applications for the community building, which again their first date will be June 14th. Other innovations including adding more park spaces, paving the parking lot, installing new playground equipment, and revamping the basketball courts. Will all be happy they're going to be getting that. So again, exciting news for those folks if you're looking to go somewhere. And again, it's been closed, but they reopened it yesterday there, and they're going to be adding a lot more coming up in the distant future. So some exciting things happening there here in Pitt County. So yeah, good stuff with that, and hope that if you're looking for a place to go, you can take advantage of that with the nice weather. Not now though, we've kind of stuck in that wet pattern, but good to see some good news happening here in Pitt County. Let's get you now to your forecast. Obviously the wet weather persists for several days on end, and it's going to continue to be wet, very unsettled, less stormy today, but we're going to be wet here through much of the week, unfortunately. We may get a couple of dry days in between. Unfortunately, though, those dry days will be few and in between out there as well. So again, the first alert weather day today, we're watching for waves of showers pretty much all day. The widespread heavy rain moving in with that. Tropical downpours are possible with some water spouts if the momentum is there, but that is a very, very, very low threat with that, obviously. But of course, we're going to continue to keep a close eye on any isolated flooding that does occur, but it's going to be clearing out by Friday morning. So that's some good news with this. It's going to be a most all day event with this here. Most of the rain, again, has been light, kind of steadily falling at times, but we'll zoom in a little bit closer to some of your localities here from northern portions of our area, closer to the Albemarle Sound, watching for those heavy downpours. Occasionally at times, so it's a very steady, light, modest rain, so we're not seeing any concern for flooding as of now for some inland areas. Some coastal spots may see that later today, especially those who get that heavy downpour all day long, and it's going to be confined to our coastline. Even some moderate to heavy showers and storms north of Alberston up towards LaGrange there outside Kenansville and Richlands, Sayre, portions of Maysville, seeing those showers kind of steadily flowing on in. And you kind of see it's kind of attached to some additional showers back towards Charlotte. That's going to move north out of our area. So we're going to stay away from that band moving north into Virginia right now. Most of that coastal rain is really we're going to keep a close eye on for with that too. Some good news a little bit with drought. Again, really was some improved conditions, but it really was not enough to completely get everybody drought free still. But obviously our northern neck counties up towards the Albemarle Sound still in that moderate drought, but slowly improving, which is some good news. Again, we really prefer to go on a dry start to June rather than a wet start because, you know, once we get closer to tropical season, we've already got a wet ground. The last thing we need is additional rain from a tropical system. But so far, we're pretty quiet when it comes to that right now. Thankfully, we're going to hopefully stay quiet for a little while. 70s out the door. This you make your way towards the lunch hour. Winds off the coast about 5 miles. We're right there, give or take. As we look towards Grifton there, above the clouds there, seeing a break of the action, a little bit overcast too. Goldsboro again, getting some bit of a light rain, some light mist mist right now out there, but definitely get ready to see another round of showers and storms. Showers, maybe an isolated rumble of thunder. Again, severe weather is remaining low at this point. Thankfully, you know, the severe weather environment is pretty low out here, but we'll keep an eye on things and things change later on throughout the day. The afternoon hours, you see here, it's going to be wet, it's going to be overcast, it's going to be warm in the 70s here. Temperatures are not going to budge much thanks to cloud cover at play. Showers continue through the early night, and then overnight tonight, things begin to slowly break apart. Maybe a few little lingering showers along our coastline. Otherwise, most of us stay quiet. Clouds with some breaks of sunshine possible through the day. Then maybe some few showers before noon tomorrow, before most of us do go quiet, and then again pretty quiet skies as we go towards the start of the weekend right there. Maybe a stray thunderstorm or two possible on Saturday, but again that remains very isolated in nature. Rainfall amounts about a half an inch to maybe an inch of rain for the most part, so again, get out there and if you have to get out there rather, please take it slow and easy. Obviously on the roads, of course, you don't want to be stuck somewhere, you know, hydroplaning and things like that with the water if you do see those heavy downpours. But again, rain is needed to help us out still, but I think we're getting too much of it is the problem now that we've got a wet, saturated ground due to rain we saw last week and the week before that too. Winds as we go towards the rest of today will be calm, nothing concerning with that. Winds will come out of the north tomorrow, so it may feel a little comfortable, but yet the humidity is going to be up there, and unfortunately not going to be seeing a dry air return anytime soon. We're going to feel like summer. Yes, breezes pick up the day on Saturday, watching for a few rounds of showers with that. Of course, we're also watching for maybe for another round of shower storms for Saturday, watching at level 1 risk of severe weather possible for the day on Saturday. Of course, that slight risk is staying well out towards, say, south of Greensboro, back towards Asheville, portion of Charlotte, down towards South Carolina. We'll see if that moves any further, but we'll keep an eye on any instability that could get going later on by the weekend. Now, I want you to watch the color bar up there. We're going to be pretty much where that yellow to that purplish blue color is, indication of how much moisture we're going to be seeing. So the dry areas, there's brown and gray colors. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing any dry air. We're just going to be stuck in this moisture starved pattern for some time now. We're just going to hold in there through much of next weekend. The darker the reds and those purple colors begin to indicate of how much moisture we're going to be seeing here. So unfortunately, a very unsettled week ahead, and it's not going to be the prettiest of weeks. I mean, yes, we may get a few breaks of sunshine on Monday, but otherwise next week it is going to stay wet. It's going to stay humid too. Highs in the upper 80s, feeling like the low 90s at times as we go towards the rest of next week. So unfortunately, that cool weather that we were enjoying so much last week and this past weekend, that's on a bit of a hiatus right now. So again, if you do like those cool weather days, it's always nice to, you know, soak them in while they can, because normally in the summer months, there we go, get our correct lower third here. In the summer months, we get cool short downs live. They don't last long, unfortunately. Usually about a day or so. All right, 10 minutes coming up now at 11 o'clock. I'll be back with you on WITN News at noon with Meredith Morgan. We'll get you all updated on your first alert weather day, as well as the news we've been tracking here in our newsroom today, and many more of your forecast details. We'll have all that coming up on WITN News at noon.